Before I get started with this video, two things. One, this is going to be Saturday's video. Even though I'm recording it Friday evening, this is going to be Saturday's video. And the second one is I am probably not going to be recording a video on July 3rd or 4th. That's going to be Monday and Tuesday, just because I kind of want to enjoy the holiday and not worry about having to make any videos. But I'll probably get back to it after Sunday's video on Wednesday. But with those two things out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with this video. What's up, YouTube world? This is Steven again. It is currently 7:46 p.m. on June 30th of 2023, and I would like to welcome you all to my 24th video game review. Far Cry New Dawn for the Xbox One. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, leave now, and if you're still here, well, that's your fault. Survive in a post-apocalyptic frontier. 17 years after a nuclear doomsday, fight for survival in a post-apocalyptic land filled with deadly wildlife, brutal gangs, and more. Explore a vivid open world reclaimed by nature. Scavenge resources to create new weapons as you fight against two all-new villains, the twins. So the twins are known as Michelle and Louise, also known as Mickie and Lou. And these two villains are the leaders of a group of a gang called the Highwaymen. And the Highwaymen, you know, they run the highways and the byways. But either way, the game starts in a literal train wreck, and you escape from the rubble and stumble upon Mickie and Lou, along with a few of the more stronger and elite highwaymen. And they end up killing, I think, one of the guys, and I know they at least take one away. They may end up killing another, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah. And then you stumble upon, I forget the girl's name. You stumble upon her once you swim to shore in this little, I guess, jungle-looking area, and I forget the girl's name, but she is part of a location called Prosperity, and Prosperity is pretty much your home base. You get to Prosperity, which is located in Hope County, which is the county that Far Cry 5 is a part of, and like I said, Far Cry New Dawn is post Far Cry 5. So if you want to play this game, you may want to play, it's probably a really good idea actually that you play and beat Far Cry 5 first before playing Far Cry New Dawn, because this is post Far Cry 5 pretty much. And Act 1 is basically just doing the main quests and making the highwaymen know, and having the highwaymen know that pretty much something's going on, and then they try to invade Prosperity, and you fend off the highwaymen and you defend Prosperity, and then it goes into the intermission where that girl, I swear I forget her name, she's one of the companions that you get, one of the 8 companions that you get, and her parents are saying, don't accept anything or any food or anything from a man named Joseph Seed, who is the main antagonist in Far Cry 5. And they say, if you see this man, make sure to run away as fast as you can. And then Act 2 is when you go up to a place called New Eden, which is pretty much the furthest north in the map that you can get. Oh, you're also going to want to utilize fast travel as much as you can, because this is a very big open world map in Far Cry New Dawn. So you're going to want to fast travel, utilize it as much as you can. And the way that actually, before I get into Act 2, I want to tell how you can make Prosperity a little bit stronger. You're going to want to make Prosperity stronger by utilizing ethanol, and the way you can get ethanol is from supply drops that are for the highwaymen that you steal, or you can invade bases and territories. There's, I think, a total of 10 on the map, and you can get ethanol that way. If you upgrade Prosperity all the way in all of the certain areas, you'll probably get an achievement or a trophy if you have the PS4. But let me go ahead and get back to Act 2. So Act 2 is when you go up to New Eden and meet Joseph Seed, or, well, first you get to meet his son Ethan, and I'll get to him later on too. And then he pretty much says that the father, aka Joseph, who is Ethan's father, so Ethan is Joseph Seed's son. So he's saying Joseph or the father is dead, and then you end up meeting Joseph, aka the father, who is the main antagonist in Far Cry 5, but in this one he is really mellowed down. I actually wouldn't say he is an antagonist in this game because the main antagonists are Mickie and Lou. And he too is also wants to go after the Highwaymen, so he's not really an antagonist in this, but he says to eat the forbidden fruit, which is an apple from this tree in New Eden, and it gives you like super strength, superpowers, or whatever. And then yeah, basically that's pretty much the end of Act 2, and the intermission in Act 2 is Mickie and Lou talking to her mom, saying, like, her mom is telling them that you gotta go be with your dad now, but make sure you don't become your dad because your dad is a very violent person. And Mickie and Lou end up going with their dad, and part 3 is when you try to by the way, Rush dies, I think, in Act 2. Rush is a part of Prosperity, and he dies in Act 2 when you're trying to save him, and then you get beaten up by the twins. And Act 3 is pretty much getting your revenge on the twins, so you enter a kind of a destruction derby slash race in a way, and you have to defeat all of the other cars and all the other enemies in order to gain access to the little special dinner, or I guess post-game meal, post-race meal in a way for the winner, and the winner gets to meet Mickie and Lou along with a lot of the other elite highwaymen. And once you're in that room, guess who appears in that room? That's right, Ethan, Joseph Seed's son, because once Joseph returns to New Eden, Ethan is irate and very mad at Joseph, and he thinks that Joseph pretty much betrayed him. And when Ethan had to take over New Eden, and he thinks Joseph betrayed him, so he then betrays New Eden and lets the Highwaymen know where New Eden is located. And the Highwaymen end up going to New Eden and pretty much burning it down. And this is where you face off against Mickie and Lou. And Lou utilizes a flamethrower, whereas Mickie utilizes both a sniper rifle and a shotgun. So, I would say, in order to beat this is a very tough boss fight, by the way. You're going to want to focus on Lou first, but make sure you avoid Mickey's sniper rifle and shotgun attacks in the process. But you're gonna want to go after Lou first. And after you defeat Lou, then you can focus on Mickie, but make sure you do not get too close because she has a shotgun, and her shotgun is very powerful. It can also do major damage from a good amount of distance too. So you're not going to want to get too close to her, but you're also going to want to kind of dodge her sniper attacks in the process. I would say really utilize, get to the point where you can I guess craft elite weapons, and craft the elite I guess saw the saw gun where you shoot little saw discs, and definitely upgrade that to a point where it can deal like 1300 or 1400 damage, and then start shooting those at Mickie. You're also going to want to shoot Lou with this as well until she dies, and then focus on Mickie. And after you kill both of them, then you get to a cutscene where Lou actually does end up dying, but Mickie ends up surviving, but to a point where she can hardly move. And at this point, you can either leave her or kill her. Of course, I decided to kill her. She was a pain in the ass the entire game, and shot me with a shotgun, and shot me with her shotgun in Act 2. So I had no remorse in killing her. And then her and Louise can both rot in hell. And then they tell you where you can find Ethan, and you can find Ethan pretty much in New Eden. And you get to this part where Joseph Seed and Ethan are arguing each other, and Ethan picks one of the forbidden fruit, and Joseph Seed tells him, "Don't eat it, you're gonna regret it." And then Ethan takes a bite, and then he becomes this hulking werewolf looking thing that you gotta defeat, and Ethan in this game is the final boss, and I am not going to sugarcoat it when I say this boss fight is so difficult. His health bar is 2 times that of Lou's and Mickey's health bar. So if you combine Mickey's and Lou's health bar, it's equivalent to Ethan's entire health bar. And you gotta, like I said, you gotta really upgrade some of these weapons to the point where you can kill them off kind of easily. And you're going to want to shoot at the orange spots on his skin. Those orange spots are his weak points, and they can deal, I think, double or triple damage, and that can take him down a lot easier. But also, you gotta run away from him. You gotta run a lot during this boss battle in order to dodge his ground slamming attacks and the giant rocks or boulders that he throws at you. You're gonna want to dodge those as well. But the main thing is to keep your distance and to run a lot in this boss battle. And then you will end up beating Ethan. And once you beat Ethan, he ends up dying in a cutscene. And then Joseph takes him to a burial spot. And then Joseph ends up burning the tree of Eden. And then he grabs your hand that's holding a pistol. And then he puts it on his chest and tells the main character, "Release me," and then that's when you shoot Joseph Seed, and then Joseph Seed dies, and then you go back to Prosperity, and go to, I think, Rush's gravesite, which is in the backyard or the back garden of Prosperity, and that is where the game ends. So that is a little bit or a lot of it about Far Cry New Dawn. It's definitely a really good Far Cry game that's not like 1 through 6. It's kind of like a I guess specialty kind of game, but I like how it takes place after Far Cry 5. And Far Cry 5 was one of my favorite Far Cry video games, right behind Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 would easily get a 5 out of 5. Far Cry 5, I would say, would get either a 4.5 or a 5. But I'm trying to think of what critiques I would be giving Far Cry New Dawn, if any. Honestly, I don't know if I would be able to give it any critiques. And there's one critique. I wish there were more side quests. If there were more side quests, the only the only 2 side quests that you do are that picture one and the audio file one. So those are 2 side quests, and the only other side quests that I know of are when you try to get allies to join your team in Prosperity. And other than that, there's not many side quests that you can do. So the main quests and the treasure hunts are cool too. The treasure hunts are back in this one, and the I guess territories. There's 10 of them that you can get. Those are quests as well, and there's also another one that you can get some supplies in as well, but those are the only ones. I just wish there were more side quests in this one based on, I guess, leading up to the main story quest lines, or somehow kind of like the main story quest lines. But other than that, still a great game, and I'm glad that I decided to play Far Cry New Dawn. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, Far Cry New Dawn is getting a 4.5 from me. I just wish there were a little bit more side quests, and if there were, this probably would have gotten a 5 out of 5. But I gotta keep playing some more video games so I can do another video game review for you guys. But that's my video game review for today. Far Cry New Dawn for the Xbox One. If you liked what you saw in this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. This is Steven signing out.